gets better every time.
Joe.
The country version of the Wii music.
What up with Joe Biden falling? It's cool that now that he's president, everything's okay.
Yeah, dude. There's nothing wrong with the country anymore.
Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
But I missed out about him falling. What happened?
Hey, man.
He fell like 8 times trying to get up to Air Force One.
That's bad.
Hilarious.
Yeah, he fell 3 times in a row. Literally 3 times in a row.
I'm laughing at his disability.
Brutal.
Yeah, me too.
Like
I'm specifically laughing at that in an ableist fashion.
Yes.
Specifically laughing at how disabled he is, and he's the most powerful man in the world.
Yeah.
And he's a spooky skeleton man from the 50s. He's a spooky skeleton guy.
He's just a quirky grandpa figure. He's just funny. He's good. It's fun.
He means well.
I was shaking my balls and I was doing the twist and I was haunted house. Like him breaking into like a Halloween song. Well, it's down and I was a skeleton there and there was a spooky Dracula and then Frankenstein. Well, it was Monster Mash. And they're like every network is here filming this right now.
Joe, yeah.
We don't have this under control.
Maybe we should stop giving him Adderall.
He's gone rogue.
That might help.
Yeah. We need to stop giving him Adderall in the form of a Werther's original.
He's just sitting there like, now, hey, man.
It's like grinding his teeth.
Come
on, Jerry.
Just in a constant state of smacking his lips just so he can slur together another sentence in the next hour.
Yeah, man.
I've never tried an impression of him.
They give you percentages of the realness of the cheese on so many different packages.
We shredded this by hand and dried it out into a cracker. It's
95% real
that
cheese,
your food is
5%
food.
sawdust.
95%.
Dude, I'll fuck up goldfish if they're in front of me though. I can't buy them. That's the key. You cannot be giving yourself these delicious snacks.
No, I'm going to make some adjustments because I don't want to end up like Steven Crowder, who's like 33 years old and he needs like a heart stent.
Right. Yeah, dude. My roommate bought these delicious little brownie, like mini little circular brownie discs, and I just eat the shit out of those. Right.
Yeah, I bought a family size bag. I bought like the bag, like the sack bag of Cool Ranch.
Yeah,
at the corner store, ripped it and
of course
blacked out. I mean, it's like I have a feeding frenzy sometimes.
Yeah, dude.
Or like a shark, my eyes turn white, and I just black out, and I'm just like, "Where's the chips?" And it's like, "Oh, they're in the trash over there."
See, the cool thing is though, like you can, like for me, like when I talk to my friends, like they ask me about how to get in shape and stuff, and they think that I don't eat like junk, but I can eat junk. It's just because I'm so active that I just rip through it.
No, it's still bad for you. They're unhealthy calories.
They are, but like I don't freak out if I like I had 2 donuts at work the other day, like 2 big ass donuts.
Tony, come on, man.
I know.
Jesus.
But I ripped right through it though.
Your heart's gonna slam shut, dude.
Dude, and I bet you chased it with
that's
like
gonna
a
go
coffee
straight
or
to your
too.
Yeah, at least dunk them in black coffee.
Your heart has got to be like, I mean, come on now.
One more donut, it's going to blow.
I'm disappointed.
I'll eat pizza every time they bring it in. I'll eat anything. Dude, I eat like 4 candy bars a day up at the front desk. I mean,
like the little guys?
I like
medium guys.
That's disgusting.
I beat the shit out of my... Oh, wow.
Beat the shit out of your what?
Myself.
Oh, okay. Night. Yeah.
Because I was drinking beer and cocktails.
Nice.
Smoking weed. Dude.
Very cool.
Smoking weed. And then also just like eating wings and fucking like pizza. Like they're like,
fuck you up.
Okay, you ordered wings. I don't know if you knew, like you get a free slice of pizza with your first drink, and it's like, okay, cool, kill me, cool, just give me one. Fine.
Cool. Thanks.
It's like I just had 2 slices of pizza on the way here before we went out, but that's great. Give me another one. Give me a third slice of pizza after I just crush this set of wings on my fourth drink. And I'm high.
Dude, see, but like the size that you are, you can get so jacked that like that's like nothing to you, you know? And you can
I want to be healthy first.
No, but like right, yeah, for sure.
Because I'm scared of myself because I'm addicted to fast food. I think there is a real thing where you can be addicted to sugary foods.
100%.
And it's captured me because I am built a certain way where it doesn't. It probably does. Like if I ate healthier, I'd probably feel a lot better. But it doesn't feel like a poor trade-off. Like I don't think it destabilizes my mood or whatever and fucks me over as much as it would other people. So it's like I'm like fine with it. It's just like food. It's just shit I find tasty. But it's also just like, it's just shit. It's just like the most immediate gratification shit.
It'll hit you like a wall one of these days, I feel like. Because it happened to me. Like there was like probably like a 2-week stretch where I didn't eat anything that grew out of the ground, like at all. Like my body was just screaming at me. It was just like, I like woke up, I had a headache every morning. I like just had zero energy whatsoever. And yeah, it was just like, I want to die. Like I was like depressed. Like it was actually like a contributing factor. And then I was just like, you know what? I like haven't eaten a fruit in a long time. Like I should, and I like always have bananas around. Like it's like if I don't go to the store and buy bananas, I'm basically fucked. I'm never gonna make a good decision.
I'm starting to take a multivitamin, which is good. A men's multivitamin and biotin every day, so that's good. And I drink a lot of water, so that's a good habit. I think I'm going to try and include more vegetables and more meats that I cook myself that maybe are not steak.
Yeah. Cut down on the red meat.
Hey, Tony, shut the fuck up real quick.
Wow. Why? I was trying to give you health advice.
Just
You just really like steak.
Because I care about you.
It's the best I can do today, guys. I forgot something.
What did you forget?
Well,
what was it?
I forgot to introduce the podcast.
Shit!
I forgot to introduce the podcast.
We'll get on with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday. If you're listening to this, the day it comes out, March 22nd, the 22nd, 2021. Welcome to another episode of this podcast, which is called Woke and Boke. Boom. That was an explosion. Just anytime I say boom on this show, there's an explosion, except for that second time I just said it. It's called Woke and Boke. It's episode 77. What a lucky number to hit the week of St. Patty's Day, which I didn't even include.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was St. Patty's Day when it was.
Yeah, that shit snuck up on me. For sure.
That was like last week, though, wasn't it? Or is that today?
No, that was Wednesday.
Oh, that's Wednesday. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why everyone's out today.
You know, lucky 7-7. I think it was meant to be. You know, are we all three Irish?
No.
Max, are you fucking Irish?
Not even remotely.
Ew.
I'm definitely white.
He's not Irish, dude. Tony, are you Irish?
Not at all.
Wow.
And I hate anyone who is.
No, wow. Irophobic.
KK.
That's really crazy.
Gingerphobic, dude.
I said irophobic, not gingerphobic. Ginger is... I don't like that word.
I'm sorry.
Figured.
Guess what, motherfucker? I am your host, Connor Boyd. Hi. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for showing up. I am joined today, as always,
Boyd.
by my, best friends, basically, from the great Gateway to the West, which is fucking St. Louis, Missouri, if you didn't know. It's a city that exists in the United States, famous for their barbecue and probably music as well. You know, stuff like
blues,
that.
right?
Kind of. The blues, sure.
Yeah, sure.
More sports.
By the way,
sports and food.
By the way, I gotta say, we do wings very well. Because I went out last night, got some wings, and they were okay. But it just reminded me of how good. I don't. Maybe I'm bullshitting, but it feels like St. Louis. They make really good wings specifically.
New York just can't do food. That's the thing.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. Anyways,
Sorry,
there's just no food to eat there. It's all
that city, St. Louis, Missouri, which has good wings. Max Sanza is joining us today. Max, how the hackaroony are you?
I'm here, and I'm
queer.
No, just here.
Okay,
a big gay asshole. No,
well, that
Tony,
that's
come on. What the hell is wrong with you?
That's crass.
Why do you have to specify that it's
That's
big?
a little blue, don't you think? Boy, oh boy.
Why'd you have to specify that it was big, dude? Come on.
Also joining me,
bulging bloody.
bulging bloody. Joining me as well is the guy with the cool Gandhi Tarikaski Clone Wars in the background. Tony Harrop joins us on the show. Tony, how the hell are you?
Hype.
What? Sorry,
I said hype.
Hi.
Hype.
Just I almost pissed myself doing that just now. Anyways, we're here, and guess what? We do this every week. Actually.
All of them.
What?
Every squeak.
All of them. All weeks. Everything.
Oh, yeah, every week.
All of
Literally
them.
every week. Catch us on a week. It's happening.
It's happening. It'll be here.
It's happening. Remember that from
Was
the
it a
Schoolboy
week?
Q song?
Then yeah, it occurred.
It's happening.
It's happening. It's happening.
It's happening.
You know, what do we talk about? Whatever. You know,
What the fuck,
we're into
dude?
some shit. Videojuegos. You know? What do they call it? Películas. Okay, see?
Películas.
That's movies.
Don't like Dracula that much.
La música? You don't like what?
I was like, I don't like Dracula that much. I don't know. Like,
You're thinking of Banicula, which is the bunny Dracula.
Caligula?
Caligula. Didn't that dude fuck? I don't know.
I don't know.
But we talk about all that shit. We talk about everything. Okay? And it's a vibe. And we hang out.
Bye.
It's a vibe.
Quite honestly, he survived.
Anyways, you know what I mean? That's what we do. And you can do a lot of things if you want to engage with this show. Okay? Right at the top, I would say join the Discord. That would be fire.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Join the conversation.
Active Discord we got going. Welcome Boke Friendship Militia. I think I'm going to start making maybe some new channels, some text channels that are about extremely specific topics, and maybe get some conversation going around them, like Bigfoot. Like a Bigfoot channel. You can only talk about Bigfoot in this channel. Do some research, post some Bigfoot facts. You know, things like that. It could be a vibe.
We can get down on it.
You can also subscribe to us on YouTube, which if you're watching this, thank you. And consider subscribing. Consider hitting the Noti and being part of the Noti gang.
Noti gang.
Noti gang.
Young Nodius.
You don't even Noti the gangioli. You can also follow us on Spotify. You can follow us on Twitter at Welcome Boke Pod.
That's it.
At Welcome Boke Pod.
Yeah, you can follow us on.
Yeah, you can follow us on.
So, anyways, what I'm saying, it's just really great that.
Welcome Boke Pod. And Instagram at Welcome Boke Podcast. To get updates on the podcast every week and reach out to our Gmail, WokeandBokePodcast@gmail.com with your questions, your comments, your suggestions, and we will read them on the show. Links to all these are listed in the show description. Why don't we crack open our email? I bet you we got absolutely nothing, but who knows? Maybe
and again, that's Woke and Boke Podcast at
yeah. Nothing. We got nothing, but that's okay. Or am I tripping?
That's tight. They all know now.
What the fuck is this? I'm looking at some crazy images.
It's crazy. I have default settings now when I sit at my desk. I don't do anything with my hands. They just go to WASD, and I'm just like, what are we doing? Where are we going? We're surfing.
We had one about a guy who wants to know about a specific artist, but maybe we'll do that next program because I don't feel like sending it to you guys. Or actually, you could go on the email. You can look at these here.
Yeah.
Whoa. What do we think of this? What do we think of this nightmare artist? I'm going to star it. I'm going to star it. It's got,
Let me load it up here.
It's got, image attachments on the bottom there you can look through.
Who's it from?
Really frightening. Someone. Titan. Comes from Titan. Thank you, Titan.
Titan?
Oh, I see. They were like, I want to know what do you think of this? It's pretty frightening.
I'm not actually seeing that, but you know what?
Pretty dreadful. I started in the Gmail.
I'm just going to search Titan. How about
beep,
that?
Beep
there we
part
go.
2.
Beep, beep, part 2. I see it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Damn, hell yeah.
Pretty frightening, spooky stuff, I would say. Yeah, I like the second to last image, like this house with like a glowing light in it. It's pretty tight.
Oh, yeah, that's good shit.
The third to last is pretty wild as well. And the last one, too.
Are these all digital paintings?
These look like they could be actual paintings, but I could be
either way.
They look like actual paintings to me. I have a pretty keen eye for design.
I only look at analog paintings, actually. I only smoke analog cigarettes.
I have a pretty keen eye for design.
Graphic design is my passion. So
these are sick though. I mean, the one with the dude crawling on the ground looks like a Megadeth cover or something.
Oh, definitely.
That's so tight, Tony. You should be an art professor.
Some of them look more like death metal covers.
Kind of looks like a Megadeth.
Yeah,
right. Tony teaching an art class at like Columbia.
This reminds me.
Check out this crazy nightmare artist.
It kind of reminds me.
Here, I'm gonna go through some slides. Pass that joint around. We're gonna look at this. Like, look at this one, right? It looks like a crazy Megadeth album, right? Or Iron Maiden.
It reminds me of this picture.
Doesn't that look like a loco crazy clown or something?
Dude, I was so bad at fucking talking about art in art classes.
I'm teaching nightmare art at Columbia. It's a night class about nightmare art, and we sit there and we go, "Whoa, that looks
spooky,
crazy.
Scary, crazy things."
That looks like Shadow the Hedgehog. That's intense.
That looks like the seminal aliens from the game Shadow the Hedgehog.
That looks like a xenomorph. You know what I mean? That looks crazy.
It looks like it's from the mind of Ridley Scott.
What's the name of that artist? What's the name of that artist? The guy who did H.R. Giger. I am H.R. Giger. There used to be a guy who did...
H.R. Gay guy?
Yeah, H.R. Gay guy.
Hey, this is our H.R.
Gay guy. That's what his name stands.
Yeah. It's like, do I need to bring in the H.R. Gay guy in on this? Are we going to have a conflict here?
Yeah. Listen, you said the F slur in the middle of the office. Are we going to have to call H.R. Gay guys to come in here?
It's like, for the last time, guys, my name is Trent, okay? I'm not... It's like, just Trent is fine.
HR Gay guy, what's your first initial? Homosexual?
Oh, God. All right, well, you're Tom from now on. We're just going to call you Tom. But, yeah. Sorry.
That's cool art, though. That's cool art, though.
Yeah. It reminds me of this band, I Am. I dropped it in the doc. It's got like that.
Just
like
I am.
Yeah, it's like this hand coming in with like a chain carry, and it's like a dude. Just look at it; it's tight. You'll see what I'm talking about.
It reminds me of.
It's in the doc on the second page.
Oh,
I
looks,
see. Yeah, it looks like it's from that same.
Kind of that same texture, a little bit.
Yeah,
it's the same.
It reminds
vibe,
me of this album from Green Day called "American Idiot." It's about American stupidity and imperialism. I don't know what imperialism means, but I know it's about stupidity, basically.
Yeah,
it's about being a stupid idiot and how you need to watch yourself. Don't be an idiot.
And it has
I don't want to be an American idiot.
Dude, I watched the first episode of. I watched the first episode. Don't want to be
an American idiot. Like the Joe Biden JSOC team raids your apartment and they put the gun barrel right in your mouth and you're just like, I don't want to be an American idiot. Like thinking it's gonna get you free. They just send a round right through the back of your head, right through the back of your mouth.
Oh God, that would be so dark if it was
actually
one down
over here. They've got a British accent, even though they're JSOC. They're just like, we got one down over here. It's like, why do you say that? It's tactical language. I don't know what you mean. We tactically have to talk like that. Two down, two right. Let's get through this whole way. Flash out. Got him. Tag him. Zip tie him and get out.
Get out.
Why are you talking like that? You're from Tennessee.
Yeah, that would be dark.
You were a nose tackle in college. What do you...
You played literal football. I don't know why you're talking like this. Oh yeah.
I watched the first episode of Young Falco and the Winter Dude, and it was kind of
what's that?
It was the new Marvel show.
Oh, I have no idea what that is.
It's got Falcon and the Winter Soldier in it, right?
I'm not familiar with either of those.
No, well, they're in the Avengers, and
they're kind of important to the Martin.
They're kind of pivotal characters in the MCU.
Well, that's your fault, Tony, that I don't know. So you need to fix that.
They're kind of important to the MCU, but
well, basically, I don't know. I mean, like the episode was kind of like slow. They had a really cool action scene to open it up. But it's like going into more of their personal lives and stuff like that.
I've always wanted to know the personal lives of the Winter Soldier and Falcon.
No, yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. I was like, okay, they're really like doing some non-superhero stuff right now. It's a really like, but I don't know, like it could get. Basically, it ends with a cliffhanger of them. Spoiler alert. A cliffhanger of them of the U.S. government. No, of the U.S. government introducing a new Captain America.
And he's just I just saw his face so hard. Oh, that's actually kind of sick.
Escaped it.
It's literally Casey Neistat. He's like, it's not actually him, but he looks like him. And,
you're kidding me. It's some goblin faced fuck.
He's a goblin faced ghoul. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it has a lot of potential. But we'll see. But I don't know.
Mr. Burns' ass.
Like they went pretty big with the first action scene.
Just Kevin Feige being like, I think after Phase 3, what we'll need to do is we need to reboot Captain America and make him a goblin ghoul.
Oh God!
This has never been done. We have.
I wanted to see it coming.
This decade, the rules are going to flip on the superhero. It's going to have to be spooky and ghoulish this time. Do you know how early we can be for the Halloween costume sales if we make Captain America a ghoul goblin face?
Oh, ghoulishy goblin gobbledygook.
A spooky ghoul goblin.
He's
Kevin, are you on pills
scary,
right
slimy, goobly gobbly.
You on the beans?
He's like, I've been staying up every night, sweating. I've been sweating and shaking, honestly.
Just
with
a lot.
Excitement about ghoul goblin face Captain America. Because we live in spooky times. What represents America more than a ghoulish goblin face?
And then we'll put Jesse Eisenberg in it. Yes. That's what we'll do. He'll be Jesse Eisenberg.
Steal him from the DCU. Anyways, go ahead. Sir.
IZ Jessenberg. Yeah, he. We won't talk about the extended, right? Because you got, or not the extended, the 4-hour Zack Snyder Justice League, because we're going to talk about that next week. But just something to touch on, like, since I did watch the first half of it, is it looks fucking like trash. Not every shot, but anytime there's like CGI, like Cyborg, when he has his hood up, like when he has it all down, it looks okay, but it looks like just like Play-Doh on his head. And then fucking the bad guy is like a pile of needles. I'm
Needle Man. Yeah. See, DC is much more like, they're much more like
it's budget friendly.
Like, I'm Needle Man.
It's also shot in like
it's 4x3
narrower frame.
Yeah. I actually disagree with everything you're saying, Tony. Actually,
my bad.
No, not that you're not allowed to have an opinion. I just personally disagree. I only watched like the first 40 minutes of it, but it actually like made me watch it. Whereas the Avengers is just like, hey, here's colors in Iron Man, and he's Robert Downey Jr. He's going to say something funny, and then we're going to say a joke every 3 seconds. And I'm like, this makes me want to kill myself. Whereas like the DCU, I'm so out of it. And it's actually like fucking gray. So, I mean, yeah, it isn't as fun to look at, but like, it also just like they don't lean on CGI, I feel like, as much. Like it just feels like it's very stylized.
Right. That's what I did like. No, I have a lot of positive things to say about it, but I just think like
some of it does look goofy,
shots. Though. Yeah, I really love how they do how they did Wonder Woman's powers.
Yeah.
Like when she shows up, like that was badass. They absolutely like brought her abilities to life and in a good way. And same with the Flash. Like I like how they do him. Okay. Yeah. I guess you're not that far into it, but there's a lot of good stuff about it.
And then I stopped.
When they kind of get into Cyborg, the way the scenes are organized so far, at least, is a lot better. I barely remember the first Justice League, like the original one, but
yeah, I never saw it, so I have no reference.
I kind of liked the narrower framing of it. Like honestly made it feel like more of a, I don't know, more comic booky, and it more.
It feels claustrophobic, and it's not just like. You can just kind of tell. It's like it kind of gives you the vibe of like, oh, okay, they're not going to just lean on stimulating your eyes as much as humanly possible.
Right. Like there was one scene where there's like this is not a spoiler, but like there was like a sailor that was out like lost at sea, and there was just like huge waves crashing and stuff, and he's about to die, and then Aquaman shows up on the top of his boat, and he's just like looking down, like flexing, but like. It didn't show him like doing badass like powers and stuff. It just cut away from that, and I'm like, I like it when, it's driven more by like the story.
Marvel
and the
action is way better.
Yeah, Marvel action is way better. The CGI is way better.
Marvel's been working on the action in those movies like crazy because in the first Iron Man movies, like the way shit moved and like how quick shit was, like in Endgame when they're fighting. Thanos, like on all those different ways, they're like fucking like Iron Man's got a hammer coming out of his arm, and like rockets come out here. Like dude, it's just so
in Infinity War, when it's like the last stand, Iron Man versus Thanos, and Thanos is just coming at him, and his suit keeps like reforming, and he comes out with a different weapon and stuff. Like I don't know, like that shit's what I dreamed about when I was 10, right? So now that I'm literally seeing a hour-long episode shows about sea-level characters. Falcon and the Winter Soldier are now like being given a full-ass show, but so, and I think they could do a lot worse. But I'm not gonna just like jack them off for anything they make. Yeah, because like it obviously still has to be good.
I mean, look, I'm watching in the background right now. So.
No, I mean, I don't know. I think and then like DC, it's just so obvious that they kind of botched. Like casting it all and building it up, but that's because
God. They took a bunch of people who look cool, but they can't say words for shit.
Dude, yeah. I don't know if like I'll get in trouble for this, but like there was a point when Gal Gadot was like narrating something to Batman, and it like just sounded like she was like reading a book report. Like she was like she's like the aliens came down and it took all of Earth's mightiest heroes to team up, and I was like, what is like?
Can you chill the fuck out, dude? It's like this isn't the
And
Princess
I feel
Bride.
bad because like I'm not trying. I mean,
She's trying,
dude. There are. I've heard women with foreign accents. You know, they can talk perfectly fine. Her delivery was just
No, she just doesn't. She's not a good actress.
Yeah,
right. She's
It's
like,
like-
yeah. She lassos up a guy, and she's like, the lasso of such and such compels you to tell the truth. Where is he? I'm like,
It reminds me. It's like, oh, you really are an Amazon, like Futurama style. As it feels like they just took a Futurama character. They're just like me, Wonder Woman.
Yeah, she's like. Is she supposed to be like how Thor was at first, where he was just like stupid, like he just
right, where he's like kind of.
What is this
like
pizza you speak of?
But like that Wonder Woman movie, like, you think I'm gonna fucking watch that shit?
No,
the new one.
I'm gonna fucking,
yeah.
like it's insulting. It looks like ass.
Right, that's what I'm saying. The CGI is similar, at least in the trailers that I've seen of that one, or like I see commercials for it. Still, she's like in the mall and she jumps up a level, and I'm like, oh, that looked bad. That like what?
They all look bad. Remember when we saw Aquaman, Max? Or was it Tony?
You and me saw.
I
it,
never saw Aquaman yet, dude. I
Crazy.
haven't seen the only DC movie I've seen is Man of Steel.
The best thing about Aquaman is I'm pretty sure Willem Dafoe's in it, right?
Yeah, because
He's
Willem
in the
Dafoe's
Justice
in
League too,
Justice
yeah.
League. Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. Like the credits list at the beginning, I'm like, what the fuck? This is like another. It's like
And fucking,
watching Smash
And Henry
Bros. trailer.
Cavill is just like,
Everyone
yeah.
is here. It's just like everyone is
J.K.
here.
Simmons is in it. He's Commissioner Gordon. Like they got a lot of people.
That's
in
so
it.
Hi,
stupid.
I'm Reggie
It's like-
Fils-Aimé. Hi, I'm
Why
here to
is
talk
he
about
in-
Justice League. Everyone is here.
no, but it's like Henry Cavill is just like, I'm taking up my ass, and we have to save Earth. What do you think? Do you think that Batman's gonna be angry at me? You know, it's like,
Probably.
should I kill Batman? Like, it's just the way he talks.
It's like, is Ben Affleck upset with me?
I'm sorry. Yeah, Henry Cavill. I've only seen him really.
We suck Batman off.
And him as Superman and him in Mission Impossible both are the only really movies I've seen him in, but both times are pretty underwhelming performance. By
Who? J.K. Simmons.
No, Henry Cavill.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, you're smoking crack.
No,
He
J.K. Simmons is
ever
badass.
doesn't deliver. Yeah, Henry Cavill's always just like, you don't want to do this. Like before a fight, like
Right.
he just sounds like slide card in. Like type in.
Do you have any
or something.
coupons?
Yeah. Do you have any coupons?
Yeah, and why the fuck? Like, why would you cast?
He is a. Do you have any coupons?
Why would you cast
Motherfucker.
a 55-year-old Ben Affleck as
Yeah, Ben Affleck, the famous
hell
insurance
yeah.
mogul.
The famous, just depressed divorcee, Ben Affleck.
right?
Perfect choice
Yeah,
for
the
Batman.
Duncan's champ.
Duncan Champ. That poor man. Just
I'm
leave
telling
him
you, man,
alone. Fuck.
Not an ad. This shit, like, I use other shit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really do much very quickly. This shit like eliminates dryness on your hands like that. It's just gone. It's bizarre, man.
I've never had dry hands.
Yeah, I don't
I'm an oily
frequently have
boy.
that, but when I come up north, I'd get that.
Yeah, that would.
Get all
Yeah,
all dry.
y'all produce lots of oil.
We're oily boys.
I don't. I just sweat.
Yeah. I do as well, but it starts with a layer of grease, and then it's just like, yeah, you're Italian. Hi.
You're Italian and what else? Like, you're a quarter something? What?
Puerto Rican, and then white. So I'm just.
You're a POW, a Puerto Rican of white.
I'm a Puerto Rican. I'm a Puerto Rican of white. Oh,
I'm a
man.
POW, a Puerto Rican of whiteness.
Speaking of Puerto Ricans, Max, did you finish WandaVision?
Yeah, I did. That they had it, then they lost it. It was like
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, Connor, you didn't watch it though, right?
WandaVision?
Yeah, you didn't see any of it.
No.
Can we spoil it for you for sure?
Nope.
For sure, right now. Are you sure?
Nah, go ahead.
okay.
All right. Yeah.
Let's not get
Because
too
it's
crazy on
pretty-
the spoilers, but also
Well, like, I thought there was a lot of good to it. Like,
yeah.
namely, like each of the first, what, like
Should
five or
should
six-
I not have this spoiled? I have no idea.
Let's
Is
just keep
now
it
good?
vague. Let's just keep
Yeah,
it vague.
I'll
Like
try
keep it critique without plot.
I won't. Yeah, yeah. So, like, the big thing about the show that like caught everyone's attention was that it was like in the 1950s, you know, like it's a black and white thing. That's literally just the first episode. And then the second episode is like a decade later, and then the next one's a decade later, and it just keeps changing. And like one is like a Malcolm in the Middle type.
Yeah.
You know,
and
it's filmed like that.
6,
one
it's like Modern Family. It's like
Modern Family.
One
is like was one from the 80s, like Full House maybe.
Brady Bunch. Full House, Brady Bunch, and then
they did that's really crazy.
Like Dick Van Dyke.
It was cool to like see them do those styles and make jokes, you know, that were like meta, like to that style, and also like, you know, like in the 50s one, they make a joke about how like Vision, you know, they don't have anything in the fridge because Vision doesn't eat, you know, he's a robot. Like, I don't know, it's just like they did funny little jokes like that.
Wait a second.
It's just pure.
Wait a second. Yeah. Wait a second. That's hilarious.
I know, right?
I know. He doesn't eat, so he doesn't have to.
It was just more hysterical.
In the no, but like
it was just more like that was like one of the first like scenes, you know, and you're just like, okay, they're I don't know.
Okay,
but the biggest thing about it was like the thing that kept me just like, all right, we're gonna see what's going on here. It was all like the fourth wall breaks. It was like it had in all those episodes, there was at least 1 or 2 moments where they just fully fucking broke the fourth wall, and it just like. And it was just like, oh yeah, this is just
something's going on.
Yeah, it starts as innocent. It's like obviously there's something that's going to tie it all together because it's MCU, so it's not going to just be a fucking sitcom the whole time. But like the way that they did it was very tasteful, and I fucking liked how unsettling it could get, like really fast, and then go right back into making you forget that there's a secondary plot going on.
Right, like that scene with Foreman's mom from that 70s show. What's her name? Deb. Yeah, she's like, stop it. Yeah.
She's hot.
It's Kitty. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, Deb, fucking, what's her name? Deb or something? Deborah Jo Rupp, dude.
Yeah.
Any Debbie day, brother.
I would smash.
Debbie Jo Rupp.
No, but it was cool, and then it just turned into a Marvel thing, and that was like kind of where I lost it. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Because like there was like a point where I liked Catherine Hahn in this show. Until a certain point. And then I was like, fuck this. Then I was like, oh no, fuck this.
And the way...
I gotta watch this shit. This sounds funny as hell.
She was
Marvel's
great.
doing this shit now. Like, remember when it was just like Iron Man? It was like, dude, they got AC/DC in a superhero movie? That's sick. And it was like... That was so... It was so fucking cool at first.
Yeah.
And then Avengers was like... It hit that, and then it immediately started like plateauing and petering out for me. And then they delivered. Yeah, I mean, you had Avengers, and then you had maybe like Winter Soldier. I'm not crazy about Civil War like other people are because they fight in an airport and it's all gray. It looks like shit. And then everything after that, I mean, the Spider-Man movie was okay, but it's like chocked full of that fucking type of humor.
Spider-Verse was
Endgame is tight, but that's because it's a culmination. It's like it stands alone. Endgame stands alone. Like, if you don't like any of these movies, this fucking movie, like, it stands alone as like almost like a little TV show.
It's an event.
It's an event.
You could watch all the Avengers in a row and not really need anything else.
See, this is the great thing about COVID is that it makes you appreciate the fact that I was in a theater in Times Square at like 8:30 a.m. because so many tickets were sold out to see that, and I wanted to see it the night it happened. And, dude, when Captain America just gets the fucking hammer, and just the whole crowd going crazy, just like, what the fuck? What is that? What?
Dude.
Like, what?
That's the shit I fucking miss, man. It was just event films.
That was like, you know,
just event movies.
Crazy.
Dude, like even like
soy sauce. Just keep them on. Just
that is the beauty of fucking marketing is just because they can get you stoked. Like I would remember when I saw The Purge. Like the first Purge in the theater.
That shit was frightening.
The day it came out, and just everyone was losing their minds in the theater. Like it was like watching The Room, dude. Like everyone was like, "No, go in there!" No, it was just like fucking.
Right. I think I was there when you saw The Purge.
You might have been,
probably.
Actually,
yeah.
That shit was nuts.
But yeah, man, Endgame is so sick. Like, it's just the last fight is fire.
What? Yes. But one of my biggest complaints was, and I'll like, okay, so without spoiling it, there's a bad guy that shows up, towards the end, and just like the aesthetic of that bad guy and the costume design of it just felt like a DCOM, like a Disney Channel original movie.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly
bad guy
what it felt
looking,
like.
Right? When they are standing in the street and the two people, the two kids are there, and she's like floating there, I was like, oh. That
yeah, it felt it felt exactly like a Disney Channel movie. You hit the nail on the head.
When you use already like plain as fuck Marvel graphics and then like scale it down to TV.
Yeah, it's like who turned on Halloween Town?
Superman shit.
Yeah,
right.
Who turned on fucking Halloween Town, bro?
And it gets into like the show like gets into like witches and magic and dark magic and chaos magic and all that kind of stuff.
This season we wanted to get into witches and darkness and magic.
Gobbledygooks.
We have Captain America being a gobbledyghoul over in Falconland. But in WandaVision, which these are real words I'm using. It's gonna be Scarlet Witch showing us the deepest darknesses of magic and mischief and mysticism.
The mystery, the magical mystery.
We're going. Marvel this season is going to be occultist. See, that's what they're doing. They're getting
they're getting getting weird with it and like going dark and shit like that. But I just wish they would go further with it. Like I wanted the aesthetic of the show to be like they introduce a witch character and show some flashbacks, and I'm like, when they're like shooting like magic at each other, it looks like red and blue Kool-Aid, and they're just like, I'm being hit by the energy that you shoot. Instead of just like,
we filmed this over a Zoom call.
It's like somebody hit somebody, and it's just like
it just felt like you're getting it didn't feel like anyone was like taking damage except for when Vision's fighting. Like
but they didn't use him
every
at
scene with
all.
him. I love.
I
know.
That's because Paul Bettany's a good actor, too.
He's insane. Like he honestly made the show.
Yeah. Any scene of dialogue with him in it when he just blows my mind with shit he says. It's just
no.
He's
but
like,
he's talking
I'm a
about
robot,
the Theseus
and
paradox.
I don't even jack off.
Yeah. No, but it was the commitment. It was the commitment to the sitcom tropes for me. Like just no, but they really did nail it.
It was really the creativity for me.
No, yeah, it was the new concept for me. It was the different idea for me. Was what I liked.
Creative ideas. That
yeah,
really
it was the
I
shit that I at the end that was the same that I didn't like for me.
I think ultimately like there was a lot of cool stuff about it, and it was them like trying something weird, and they didn't quite stick the landing as far as like the reveal of the bad guy and the action of the show. But that's not even what I like watched it for.
No.
Like I liked the beginning of it, the first few episodes, and then the only part that really annoyed me, aside from my complaints about like the look and writing of the bad guy and that kind of stuff, is just like the quippy humor of the humans, the agents and shit like that. And there's like one point where they like say that I forget if they're saying like Scarlet Witch like nearly beat Thanos by herself, which she did. Like she showed up, and that's that meme. She's like, "You took everything from me." He's like, "I don't even know who you are." And then she literally like beats the shit out of him, and he goes and he says, "Rain fire," and their ship above like fires their whole arsenal onto the battlefield where their troops are. But
she blocks.
But then right after that, Captain Marvel shows up, and they all start shooting at her, and she almost beats the shit out of Thanos. And for some reason, one of these agents is just like, I think Captain Marvel kind of did. I'm like, you weren't even fucking like what? Who are these people that are like recapping to other humans like which superhero in this massive battle like was the one to I was just like,
yeah.
God,
I don't know.
it's annoying.
Yeah, just all the human dialogue was kind of
they put this like sort of industry humor on the superheroes, like they're all famous actors who don't get enough credit, like like Robert Downey Jr. is like kind of plays Robert Downey Jr. in this shit. So.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The Hulk is the Hulk, and that was the shit. See that, and that's why I'm hopeful to watch the rest of Justice League, because it's just like the characters don't feel as meta. It's just not as, and if it's meta, I mean. It hasn't shown itself yet.
It's more kind of like on the spectrum. No offense to anyone. On the
No,
spectrum.
for sure.
It's like more. It's more serious.
Yeah, it's just very.
A little bit more.
It's like, hey, we're for real here.
A little bit more analytical. So, Zack Snyder is the thinking man's superhero director.
Yes.
He gets in the mind of graphics, of graphic novels.
It does kind of make me wonder,
with...
though, like, what would have happened if, like, Star Wars, instead of fucking Joss Whedon, it was like Zack Snyder.
You mean
if Star Wars was Zack Snyder, that'd be sick. It'd be just like a Darth Maul.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Darth Maul trilogy.
Oh,
it would literally just be the Darth Maul trilogy.
Did Joss Whedon do Last Jedi, or was that JJ? Or Ryan Johnson did Last Jedi?
Yeah.
God damn it! I keep thinking. Yeah, I kept thinking Joss Whedon.
Cheese. There are really people out there that really say that's a good movie, and also say that it's like one of the best. And it's like,
your mom.
If you're being funny, it's not funny. If you're delusional, that's sad. Like I don't know what approach you're coming at that from. That's a farce. Yeah, that's a farce.
Yeah,
that is a pile of dog shit.
Yeah,
the last one was okay.
Yeah.
The first one
exceeded my low
was okay. Also, they were like both 4s. 4 out of 10s.
They were inoffensive for the most part.
And then just Last Jedi was just like offensively bad. The thing was like, what is this jerk off fest? That's what every fucking Ryan Johnson movie feels like. Is just this just fucking screenwriting jerk off fest of bullshit, unearned moments.
I'm Ryan Johnson. I make such good movies.
He's getting he's getting an entire trilogy.
Yeah, no.
10, 11, 12?
That, didn't they?
Yeah. No, I think it came it's now coming to
Wow, I can't wait for
fruition.
That. Absolutely terrible shit.
I wonder
if George Lucas is just going to jump off
Whoever
the
wrote the
building.
Gendy Tartakovsky should get the job. In terms of writing.
Yeah, there just shouldn't be live action anymore. They should just be strictly animated by Gendy Tartakovsky.
Gendy Tartakovsky. Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I do.
Clone Wars should get a show. All the same writers, if that's ever possible. Go for it.
Dude, I watched
sorry.
I watched fucking Seven Samurai the other day. That was awesome.
Oh,
that movie was nuts. Speaking of long ass movies.
Yeah.
But that thing just went by. It went by fast. Like, for a 3.5 hour movie from the 50s, that shit just breezed by.
Right.
Yeah.
Very classic. Very classic cinema.
I need to rip Irishman next. While I'm in the long.
Oh, you're on the long.
I'm on the long haul.
Long tip.
I saw somewhere someone was like, Justice League is someone that was involved in the making of it was like, Justice League is like superhero, The Irishman, but with action. I was like, okay.
No comparison is possible, like, but they're lame.
Nice.
And not even because it's longer.
No, they're pretty the same because they're long.
I can't wait to just like, it's so sad. I'm like seeing people on Twitter like doing like, all right, can't wait, the big night. Like someone who made like Joker's face in like a 7-layer dip and like had chips out and soda and like invited people over to like watch it. And it's like, well, that would be fun, but it was just like by themselves, I think. And I'm like,
yeah,
like they were so stoked for this.
That's what
I don't know. I was surprised that this even happened, like, because, Justice League has just botched it so bad.
Make this my album cover.
DC. What did I say?
Just thinking and I'm suicidal at the same time.
Damn.
Jeez. What were you saying?
What the fuck is that?
I'm excited to get to the. Jared Leto has not shown up yet in the movie, and I'm 2 hours in.
He's a rapist, allegedly.
Then he can stay out of the movie. But truly.
Canceled.
Well, yeah, fuck that guy.
Joker's
I was
canceled.
watching a compilation of just awkward moments with him, like interviewing with other celebrities and stuff. Like, people hate him.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He's a psycho.
Fucking prick
He's a
and Bill.
fucking psychopath. Everyone hates him. He's like Vincent Gallo. Shout out to Vincent Gallo. Piece of shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, that guy sucks. Shout out.
Motherfuckers ringing my door.
When I was visiting my buddy over in Carolina, and we took a trippy dippy trip.
Mm-hmm.
We watched the Clone Wars, but like the modern one.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched
the 3D
the
one?
final season and the last few episodes of the previous season, so 6 and 7, and it goes into like what Yoda did like during the events of 2 and 3 and stuff, and he literally goes to like the center of the universe, goes into this planet's like core, and then like meets these like 5 ghosts, and they have him do like this trial where he literally like goes into this like floating dark forest place and fights an evil version of himself and fully like kills that like dark evil shadow ghoul thing attacking him. And that's apparently what allows you to become a Force ghost. So I didn't know that like before, and so Qui-Gon had almost learned this, and so that's why people could hear his voice. So when they were hearing Qui-Gon, when you hear Obi-Wan say, "I'm going to train with an old friend" at the end when he leaves, when he he goes to watch over Anakin on Tatooine, like he's learning how to do that from Qui-Gon, who didn't complete his training, so he can't manifest as like a ghost. He's just a voice. But so Yoda learns that, and that's how he can become a Force ghost, and then I guess Obi-Wan learns it too. But I was like, damn, that's actually kind of cool. It fleshes that shit out.
Wait, what is this from, by the way?
This is from the Clone Wars.
Current Clone Wars?
Yeah, the cartoon.
Like the 3D.
Is this an old episode, or
the Code Lyoko Star Wars?
No, so they ended it after season 6, and then a few years later they like put a season out on Netflix or something. That was like it was all of what happened during episode 3. Behind the scenes. So there was like the final battle was literally Ahsoka versus Darth Maul.
Hell yeah.
Who they wrote back into the show, even though Obi-Wan killed him.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah. But the cool shit was fucking Yoda literally fighting like a demon version of himself, and he's like, "I do not fear you. Like I cast you out."
Nice.
And then he became pure and shit, and it was like, damn, that's really
Fear you, I do not.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Yoda just going down a fucking volcano fighting a Balrog.
Dude, he was literally doing that too. He was doing that. He was trying to find out who was behind the plot to destroy the Jedi, and he almost fucking sees like Palpatine, but it's all in a vision.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like happening like metaphysically. I don't know. It was crazy. As I was saying, I was on a trip, so it was hard to like keep track of what was happening. But
yeah, when you're traveling a bunch,
wild.
I can see why.
Travel is stressful.
When I'm in
it's hard to
constant
pay
motion.
attention.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You travel around the room over and over.
Yeah, I can never really focus on a movie that well when I'm in the car.
I traveled to the exact same place I was already in.
Exactly. We were just going around this cul-de-sac. We were just driving around in circles.
Just doing this and having a TV in the back.
Yeah. It was cool though.
That's tight.
Might have to rip that show eventually, like from
shit.
front to back, but it's a lot of fucking seasons and episodes. 20 episodes.
That's a lot.
Dude, kid shows go crazy on the episode count. They're just pumping shit out. It seems like. Pump it!
Yeah, no, they did a good job with that show. They really like made the prequel trilogy like worth something, because it was, because like Attack of the Clones, when you look back, and Phantom Menace, obviously everyone already hates, like, they don't really hold up. Mm-hmm. 3 is still good and fun to watch, but it's not like,
it's not. There's once you go
it's
back
just the
to
meme
it,
of it.
Yeah, there's not a lot there.
3's okay. 3's okay.
Yeah,
and it opens up with a really cool, action scene, and
this is where the fun begins.
That's where the fun begins.
Yeah, no, it's
yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
I'd take episode 1 over episode 2. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We watched episode 1 2 Christmases ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was
tight.
The droids were trippy.
Also in the car for
There's
that
probably
one.
cheese on my tongue.
What?
I was in the car watching that one as well.
Oh yeah. No, we were flying.
Yeah. Did you guys ever see it when they put it in the theater for like the second round, and then they were like, "We're gonna rescreen all the Star Wars movies," and they did it for number 1, and then like never did the next ones.
Yeah. Then that was ass.
Yeah.
I saw The Matrix in a 4D like whatever you call it, D-box or whatever. You sit in the seats and they kind of like move and shit. And
it's the dumbest shit in the fucking world.
It's like this fucking
cool.
the scene comes up and then everyone just tilts back and they can't see shit.
Like, yeah, can I get a $45 ticket to see a movie from 1999, please?
Definitely not that.
It's like, why? They spit on you and the chair moves like a massage chair at the mall. Like, wow, it's crazy. That's pretty immersive. And there's arcade cabinet speakers right by your ears to blast the soundtrack even harder into your eardrums than the movie.
Then there's a needle that comes out the side and just goes into your temple and it injects the green like lines of code across your eyes.
Puts a Tesla ID chip in your temple, and
they open your belly button and put one of those fucking like squids in it that they do to Neo. You know, that like downloads it. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We're unable to speak. I saw someone on Twitter make a joke about that today. It's like, how are you able to jack off? How do you jack off if you are unable to have a penis?
You can't.
Ha ha. Whoa. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got 4 minutes left.
Yeah, Jim Brewer talking about Metallica, you know.
Yeah, it's so funny. Someone sent that to me. I watched it before. But it's funny to come across the same thing.
What did he say about it?
Just like Joe Rogan is so fucking stupid because Jim Brewer tells this story about like, yeah, so I know I went on tour with Metallica, and you meet these diehard Metallica people that follow Metallica. And there was just one guy, you know, he was a vet in Iraq, got fucked up, you know, got brain damage, and he was like, I don't want to live anymore. And his wife was so sad, and you know, he's like, you gotta take me to see Metallica. And so she took him to Metallica, and then he started, you know, he had permanent brain damage, but he started to liven up, you know. Then they started following Metallica, blah 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 blah, and like eventually the doctors were like, he's actually like restoring himself, he's healing himself because he loves Metallica so much. But it's not just Metallica; it's just the people around him, the community, the life living. It's making his brain heal itself. And then Joe Rogan is like, man, it's so crazy. He's like, yeah, man. When you listen to music, it's a drug, man. That's literally what he says. He's like, when you get goosebumps when you listen to music, it's a drug, man. And it's like, he was like, he's so stupid, bro. He's so fucking stupid,
dude. I listened to his. He had Elon on again, and it's the third time that he's had him on, and I swear to God, they had like 12 of the same conversations that they had already.
So how do the cars get powered, man?
Right, yeah.
So what are they really powered?
Where do you get the batteries from? Is it Bolivia? Is that what you
So how many African children go into producing one battery?
Yeah. How many African children do you grind up into a paste to put into your lithium batteries to make them go? It's crazy, man.
Oh, about 3.7 for each. Like, wow, that's crazy.
And they're both just like a lot of people are going to make you feel bad, but it's like, you know, they're already doing that, so I might as well buy some of those supplies. You know, it's not my fault that's happening, you know?
Christ.
It's a matter of total weight, not number of African children.
Yeah, I mean, it really helps.
Grimes had a bunch of dirt on her feet, and she gave me a foot job, and
gave me a
that's how I contracted coronavirus. Grimes walking around in the dirt giving me a foot job, gave me genital warts somehow.
Hell yeah, dude!
And coronavirus at the same time, and a weird form of AIDS that could only be fixed by drinking a lot of kombucha, South African kombucha. Which is just armadillo piss, actually.
And, you know, they say that the District 9 aliens weren't actually real, but they were, and they trapped one, and they've been using its blood to make AIDS-curing kombucha.
The car is actually... hi, I'm Elon Musk from District 9. CEO of Tesla. A lot of people don't know that the way the cars run actually is the District 9 aliens come. It's almost like a radioactive uranium energy source. It's so powerful.
I'd attribute it to vibranium from the MCU, actually.
You imagine that? Just Elon Musk, just like in one of those Hollywood interviews where like you're in front of like a banner for Monsters versus Aliens behind you that like 18 people have sat in front of like that day, and they're just like, so you're in this movie. What's up? And the actor's just like, yeah, actually, did you know that the Tesla Motors lithium battery has come from the aliens from District 9, and that's what makes them run so well? And they're like, you're in a animated DreamWorks film with Drew Barrymore. I don't know what you're saying. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't take my meds today. I apologize. Yeah, the movie's great, and it's all about friendship at the end of the day.
This is actually a press conference for the live-action Lion King. I don't know why you're talking about District 9.
Yeah. You're in the racially diverse remake of Hercules. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's funny. I actually use the exoskeletons to jerk off. I maintain a District 9
I have the
alien
exoskeleton.
arm.
I have the Ripley exoskeleton from Aliens that I used to jerk off my 4-inch penis.
Prometheus was actually the white aliens were a product of.
So it's like, all right, let's not involve penises into this.
That's the line. That's the line.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. That was a good note to end on.
That's nice.
We'll talk to you tonight. Have a good one. Ooh, ending on Anakin's